my kitchen. Guess what? Halloween's right around the corner. And I'm gonna do something for Halloween. What am I gonna make? Halloween worms. The type of worms that squiggle around in the dirt. Now, can you hear that call? Well, if you can't hear the call, that means I didn't do it correctly. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to do a chocolate pudding base, and then I'm going to show you what I mean by the worms. Now, there's basically 3 ways to do this. You can use the instant chocolate mix, which all you do is add milk, butter, stir, and you're done. This one still requires heat, so I wouldn't give this one to the children. If you want the children to prepare the food from scratch, I would suggest use this type, but with the cold infusion, which does not require any heat if you want to do that. But I'm going to do it from scratch because I do everything from scratch. The only thing I don't do from scratch is mayonnaise and ketchup. It's too much work. But anyways, let's get going with this awesome recipe. You're just going to love this, and the kids would love it. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Get yourself a medium pot. And I want you to add about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And I want you to move that around and keep the heat on medium low. And we're just going to wait for that butter to melt down a little bit. Okay, now the butter has been melted. And I want you to add 2 cups of milk. That's 1 and 2. And I want you to increase up the heat. And about 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. That's 1, 2, and about 1/3 cup of your favorite cocoa powder. And you just put that in slowly and just keep on mixing. And keep on stirring. And now 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's 1, 2, and 3. And let's get that all stirred. And I advise you to put everything in like this as it is cold. When it is cold, for you do not want this to turn into lumps. And I want you to keep on stirring that. And now 1/2 cup of white or brown sugar, and keep on moving that around. Oh, is this starting to smell good? Yum, 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 yum. There we go. Now look how thick that's starting to become. Okay, so now we're going to bring this up to a boil, but I want you to keep an eye on it. Now you can see it is boiling, and I want you to bring it right down to a simmer, down to low, and I want you to keep on whisking it and scraping the sides and the bottom for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I shall be back. Okay, now it's been about 2.5 minutes, and what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to taste to see if I want to add more chocolate or not. And be very careful because this is very hot. And it's absolutely perfect. Nice and chocolatey. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this thing cool. Then once it's cool, I'm going to show you what to do with it next. And I shall be back. Okay, we're back. Now what I want you to do is grab yourself a plate. And grab yourself a fancy dancy shredder, whatever, and I want you to use basically this size of cutters here. And I want you to grab your favorite milk chocolate. It can be dark chocolate, white chocolate, black chocolate, whatever chocolate you want, and I want you to take it like that. And what I want you to do is I just basically want you to shred the chocolate. Now I'm going to shred a little bit on the large and a little bit on the small, so a little combination of both. So as I go to work here, I shall be fact. Okay, welcome back here. Now I have a chocolate mixture here and I have a confession to make. This is not the same one you saw a few minutes ago. I started to put this together and start the video, and apparently my girlfriend came with her friend and they raided my kitchen and stole all the chocolate worms. So I had to come back, and what I did was I made double this time. So just look where it says see more and you can see the quantities, how to do this. But I made it exactly the same, except I made more. Now, grab yourself a handy dandy spatula and grab some of these plastic cups, and make sure that that is warm or cool enough to go into this plastic cup where it's going to melt. And I just want you to take some and put it inside. Now, if you make a little bit of a mess, do not worry, because that's all part of the cooking procedure for this recipe. We want it to look a bit messy. And I want you to go all the way up, say to about 3/4 to an inch to the top. And that's the way I want it. So I shall do that. Okay, here we go. I got about 6 here, and don't worry about how dirty is inside. That just adds to the effect. Just make sure that the rim around here is basically clean and that your cup is clean, so the children don't dirty fingers and put chocolate all over your place. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add worms. And here is our squiggly worms. There they are. So all I want you to do is just basically just add the worms in like this. Look at that, see? Just add about 3 or 2 and just stick it in. Stick it in more than 3/4 of the body, because you don't want this thing to fly off. There you go, look at these worms. Oh, disgusting, isn't it? But you know something, the kids go crazy over this. They just absolutely go crazy over this. They just love it. Just stick the worms in there like this. Stick the worms in there like that. Don't worry about how it looks when the worm comes out of the dirt. He does not look like he is in a position to look elegant or graceful. So just shove them in anywhere you want, just like that. Look at those worms. Oh my God. They absolutely horrifying. The kids absolutely love this sort of thing. There you go. There's the worms. Are we finished? No, we're not finished. Remember the chocolate that we shredded? Your favorite chocolate? That is the dirt. And I just want you to sprinkle that all over each individual cup like this. Just like that. So, all I want to say now is thank you very much for allowing me to share this recipe with you. I hope it really disgusts everybody, but I know the kids would love it. And they usually go crazy over this. Thank you very much. Have a happy Halloween. And I hope to see you again on my next cooking recipe. Thank you and bye from Tony and Cooking.